Last but not least, we're going to tell Excel to use this information to insert a chart so that we can put this data into a picture. So once you're in Excel, I want you to make sure first of all, we have to just tell it that we want to make a chart, and you have to go to the Insert tab over here and make sure that you select the type of chart you want. So if we're looking at different groups and comparing them, we're not doing anything over time, then we need a bar or column chart. So that looks like one there, and there's different versions that you can actually ask for. You can even ask for a scattergram here, but let's just go for a column chart to begin with. Do your basic column chart. Now, before it will plot any data, you have to tell it what data to actually look for. Make sure you click Select Data, and you're going to have to plot out its range. So we would like it to plot the average mass for each one of these different concentrations. Now, to select the range, we're just going to click this little arrow beside Chart Data Range and select the data that we're wanting to actually plot. And we're wanting to plot the averages, the average mass of the potato in each one of those 5 groups. Hit Enter. Now once you do that, if you move this to the side here, you'll notice it's plotted them exactly as we wanted, because we had this going from 0.16 to -5, -5, up a little, up to +5, +5. So basically the potato shrunk, and then it didn't move much, and then it expanded in these different solutions. So you're able to see how the size of the potato changed in each of the groups. Now we've got here, it's got these horizontal category labels here. We might want to edit them. We want to tell it the label range. Again, click your little arrow up and highlight your labels. Enter. And it's now changed our labels so that each one of those groups and their labels are in there. Go OK. And you've started to plot your data. Now the next thing we're going to do is add in our error. So normally in Excel you can add in error bars, but the way we've done it here allows us to put in a different individual error bar for every one of these pieces of data. In order to do that, you're going to add a chart element. So go over here and click this, and say that you want to add in error bars. Now you can do this based on an average general error that it averages across all of them. Notice how all of the error bars are exactly the same. We don't want that. We want it to be the ones that we calculated, because different groups, as you know, had different amounts of error. Don't even go percent even. Just go more error options. Now down here, you're going to select Custom, and you're going to specify the value. Now, click your arrow up here and select the error that you calculated, and press Enter, and do the same for the bottom. And go OK. Now let's have a look at your data. See here on the ones here where we had very small amounts of error, our error bars are almost negligible. But on this where we have a lot of error, our error bars are much larger. So now that you've got that standard error there, just make sure you add in a few more elements to this. So once again, we're going to click on our chart and add elements. We need a title. And make sure that it describes the 2 different variables that you were trying to find a relationship. So in this case, it was the effect of salt concentration on the mass of the potato cubes because of osmosis. So I've got both my variables there. Then make sure that you add axis titles for your x-axis and y-axis. You can play around with the rest of it after that, but that pretty much allows us to get an idea of how each of our groups have been affected by the change in the independent variable. It gives us the amount of error in each of those groups. You've got your title, you've got your titles on your axes, you've got a decent picture going there.